lots to do for Power 5 and stuff. Like, I like it, actually. It's pretty good. But, yeah, so we already live. So what's going on, folks? Welcome to tonight's episode of the Run and Gun Podcast. Tonight is the season finale of the Run and Gun Podcast. And look who we have that came out of hiding.
Here I am.
Thing.
Here I am.
Oh,
man, myth, legend. Dalton is back.
The guy that goes AWOL sometimes, but I come here and there. I want to come back for more. So,
who knows? We coming back.
We come back
spice for the season finale.
Yes.
Bringing the spice that will flavor in for the next season. You get a little taste of what could come potentially for next season. You never know.
We at the end of MLB season, going into the playoffs, I think in October, and then I think we also got NHL preseason just started. And last night I was at the Preds game, and they were playing against Tampa Bay.
Ooh, that was a fun game, actually. Matt Tompkins, potentially, we'll be talking about him for 2 months, but we'll get into that in Hot Topics and stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah.
Chad, I see you watching there on Twitter. You might as well just head on over to YouTube, buddy, as well as everybody else. So be sure you leave a comment. And if it pops up, be sure you leave a comment. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
I'll post the link.
Yes. Do all of that good stuff. Mr. Sassor, I don't know if you're still active on Twitter or not, but go ahead and share that link as well.
Okay.
Yes.
We'll do.
Be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, subscribe. You know, we got FAMU winning another game, getting a recruit, NFL, the battle of the trash teams going at it this week. There's 3 games of battle of the trash teams, actually. But we'll get into that one. The third one is of this guy's team and my team.
Look, I got some stuff regarding
Battle of the Mid. We're matching in this team, but the other teams we don't match in.
I got nothing. I got blue, so I'm representing.
Look, like I said, I got some receipts. I got some stuff for y'all to see. We're gonna talk about this. We're gonna recap this Monday night game. We're gonna recap everything, the Lightning, the Rays, and stuff. We're gonna talk about all of that because I see y'all tried to gang up on me, so I'm gonna defend myself. I'm just a messenger. And we're gonna talk about this little petition thing too that just came out. Shout out to Miss Kenya for that as well, too, tagging us in that, and I tagged y'all in that on Twitter. So we got a lot of good stuff tonight and everything. So definitely
let's run this intro and get going.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is JPeeps. This is the Bug.
This is JC.
This is Flash. This is Jimi Hendrix.
And you're listening to the Run and Gun Podcast.
All right. Switch the background before you forget.
Yes, Mr. Stall, he has to remind this old man every now and again to switch the background around. So that's what we do here. So So right off the bat, let's go ahead and ask, let me ask y'all, do y'all want to start with the petition first, or do y'all want to just dive right into it and stuff?
And we can get the petition out of the way. Let's do that first. Not out of the way, but you know what I mean.
Oh, definitely. Yes, no. So I'm going to go ahead and just share my screen here. We're going to talk about this. So one thing I want to talk about is, let me know when it pops up.
It's up. It's just loading. There we go.
Yep.
So it is there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome. So So shout out to Miss Kenya for actually tagging us in this right here. The petition to reinstate FAMU's cannon at Bragg Stadium. I'm going to be honest with you. It's one of those things. I don't know why they took it out. Honestly, I think it's stupid that they took it out. It's actually a very vital piece of home games and stuff. It's not like your average cannon. It's not like the cannon at Bucks games. It's not like the generic canon that Texas A&M has. It's actually like you feel it, even sitting in the far end zone in the north, sitting in the north end zone. You feel it, like it literally shakes. It shakes the room. It's like you feel like you're in a war zone. Seriously. So I mean, shout out to her for starting this petition. Hopefully, they have a month before homecoming. As of today, actually, it is a month until homecoming because homecoming's on next month on the 28th, and tonight's the 28th.
Holy crap! Season going by fast.
Yeah, hey, we're already to the end of September, but yeah, like if they can actually get this cannon back into Bragg by homecoming or even by the SWAC title game, that would be a huge boost. And honestly, yeah, like again, shout out to Miss Kenya for actually tagging us in this, and I tagged y'all in it too. So it's a petition we got going around and stuff. So I already signed it. So if y'all would like to sign it too, definitely just get on it. All right, now I'm going to stop here. But yeah, so
yeah, I already made sure about that.
Oh, I did not put that up. So yeah, also too. So another thing as well too. So FAMU traveling to the Delta this weekend to play Mississippi Valley. It's not an easy road trip, as boring and as easy as it may sound. And I think they can't come out with the win and everything. But you just got to go in there. You got to stay focused. Expect to get every team's best shot, which is something Willie Simmons mentioned this weekend. And also too, you didn't see what happened. Well, I know Ace saw what happened. 4-star wide receiver from Tallahassee who came from Garden City Community College, was a former Oklahoma commit, transferring or committed to FAMU. Huge signing. So it already
they needed a new wide receiver in the mix for next year.
Oh yeah, definitely. It already adds on to a very talented wide receiver room. Ooh, I need to grab my remote. But yeah, it already adds on to a very talented wide receiver room for next year. Because Marcus Riley will be gone, David Manigo will be gone. Trying to think who else. Oh yeah, Jamari Sharee will be gone. Like those are your three weapons that'll be gone for next year. So you have Chris Reed, Kareem Burke, you have Keon Brown. I believe that's his name, Keon Brown. And you also have, Kareem Burke, Chris Reed, Keon Brown. Also think about too, you have Jamari Gassett coming back, Tampa Bay Tech product, and the potential, the guy we interviewed at the start of the season, Reuben Jackson, who could possibly be signed as well. So things are looking up.
And here's the funny part. I was saying this last week. I was like, you have all these guys coming in to visit, to come in to watch the games. What do you think's going to happen if you have 150 guys coming to the game? There's going to be a decent chance you're going to pick up a lot of commits from that set of guys who come to watch the game.
Exactly.
Less than a week later, bang, first one right off.
Exactly. We have a comment.
What about Ashton?
Kamari? I thought he was a senior, actually. I thought he was. I'm not too sure. He might have another year of eligibility because of the whole COVID thing, but I'm not too sure. He might. So, but if he can come back, that's a huge added bonus. I know Jeremiah Pruitt, I believe, is in his final season. I know
he's a senior.
Yeah, and I know Nick Dixon also, who converted from tight end to wide receivers in his final year as well. I'm not sure about Kobe Gross. I have to go look at that. But if Kamari Young is still able to come back next season, that's another weapon to this offense. We'll see.
All right, let's turn into the games.
Oh, yeah. No, dude. Ace was right about Prairie View. You were right about
Hey, I have zero faith in Alcorn.
Don't let other people hear you say that too loud.
Damn, we got to reload next year on offense and maybe defense. Yeah, well, that's what happens when your team is good. You're gonna probably have a lot of guys, upperclassmen coming in.
Honestly, dude,
they graduate.
Dude, you gotta think about it. You gotta think about it. I know both of y'all probably remember him, but I don't know if y'all remember Jonathan Bostic, played for Florida.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so.
He played linebacker for Florida back in like 2012. His brother is actually a up and coming safety for FAMU. So that's one player
Mm.
that I think is going to probably be thrown into the mix next year. That's developing in the wings. You have Robert Lockhart, who was a JSU commit, who switched over to FAMU. Yeah, that's a wide receiver that you have coming back. You still have a plethora of talent on defense that's still waiting in the wings as well. And then, of course, you have this insane amount of talent that's developing. You have the transfer portal still. I'm still confident FAMU's going to probably be a problem again next year.
Mm-hmm. And given the state of the SWAC right now.
By the way, speaking of that, also, your boy Chad is also talking about or wants to and plans to do weekly SWAC power rankings and stuff the right way, and also Power 5 rankings as well too, the right way. So
that's gonna be interesting. That's what I said. It's just a season tip of what's gonna be coming. Just a little flavor of the next set of food that's coming up from Penalty Talk.
Oh, definitely. Man.
Sprinkling in a little bit, get you a little in it. Going on. With that being said, let's go back to the Prairie View Alcorn game.
Yeah, so
like I said, man,
dude,
when you want Alcorn to win, they don't do it.
Alcorn was actually winning. I'm actually gonna. Ooh, this is actually gonna be pretty bad. Alcorn was winning at 1.13-7 in this game, and Prairie View rallied back to win 23-20 on a walk-off field goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing new with Alcorn.
And then also, too, you have a game this weekend in Dallas that's going to probably determine the SWAC West. The State Fair Classic, which I found out a few years ago, is the pre-card to the main event in the Texas State Fair, Texas and Oklahoma. So you have this game right here for the first time in Lord knows how long is probably going to determine who wins the SWAC West, and it could play that way as we get into November. So I ask both of y'all now, who we taking?
Hmm?
Who we taking, PV or we taking Grambling? Mind you, Coach Lemke, one of the DB coaches at PV.
I'm thinking Prairie View, to be honest with you. Grambling just hasn't looked, how do I say this?
Well, I'm going to cut Grambling some slack. Look, if we're being honest, okay, they lost to Hampton, 35-31.
Oh, wait, they beat, Florida Memorial. I mean,
They beat Texas.
Last year, Prairie View beat them last year. I'm just throwing that out there.
They beat Texas Southern, but give or take, Texas Southern didn't have Andrew Body. Andrew Body's been MIA since the Prairie View game week 1. So, I mean, I think this is going to really be Grambling's first challenge. But Grambling does have a stout running game. Because last week, you had Chance Williams went for 19 carries, 174 yards. So it's going to be key for Prairie View to slow down Grambling's rushing attack. So also, Mr. Sassor, we didn't get your pick.
My pick, yeah.
Texas State Fair, first game over this 2-week stretch. Grambling or Prairie View?
Grambling or Prairie View. I mean, the thing is with me is that I don't follow, unfortunately, that side that intuitively.
That division,
conference,
you don't follow the West.
Yeah, I don't follow that conference that much. So, like you said, I think it does sound like it will be a close battle, maybe by I don't know, 3 points to a touchdown, maybe. But
point score game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say in favor of Prairie View.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Say Prairie View.
Everybody's riding the Prairie View train.
Yep.
I guess everybody's hoping for that Prairie View FAMU game to be that homecoming game to be like a pre-SWAC championship matchup, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I feel it. It's possible.
It'd be funny to see Coach Lemke come back, Prairie View, with homecoming, and then they got to come back. Or not, I don't think the game's not in FAMU for the SWAC championship, but still,
It will be
playing them again.
It would be if FAMU ends up with the better record, which right now FAMU does.
Oh,
have.
it is okay. 'Cause I know some championships at neutral site. So
Yeah, so the SWAC championship is always the best record host. It's much like the American conference, where like the best record host. So it would play out like that. So yeah, no, I'm actually looking forward to it. I would love to see Coach Lemke after the game and stuff, and kind of just talk it up with him and stuff, and just see him and say what's up. So I'm hoping I'm able to, because I know that hopefully
Jared Goff just threw a pick.
Is my thing behind?
Yeah, he's gonna on that
It's
play.
fine.
Yeah, my thing is behind. That's good. Jeez.
First drive pick. All right, but yeah, so that'd be kind of cool if you actually do see Coach Lemke. But that means we saw him 3 times this year, because he was on the show this year.
Yeah, he's on the show. Yeah, this year, and he's on. Yeah, he's on the show twice.
He's been on the show twice, but I'm saying like you'll see him in person 2 more times to this year's thing. That'd be kind of cool. And his family will be back in Tallahassee 2 times this year too.
Definitely, it would be a special moment. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. Homecoming's already going to be crazy and stuff. We need to actually, for homecoming one of these years, we need to get Mr. Sassor to homecoming so he can see the distraction committee.
And that FAMU drumline too. I know you always keep talking to me about that.
Yeah.
Drumline.
Z28. That's what they call themselves. They don't actually like let it be known, but that's what they call themselves. But yeah, no, we need to get Dalton to the distraction committee. It's like, can he handle it though? Is the real question.
What do you mean?
I would have went to the FAMU USF game if the Marching 100 showed up, but they didn't, and I was kind of disappointed.
It's all good.
I was going for them, but now I might actually go to a USF game for USF because they actually look semi-competent. But we'll get into that in college football section. So before we get into that, we will do, I guess, might as well preview FAMU Mississippi Valley.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, we can go ahead and preview that. So it's actually crazy. So it just seems like the point average of the opponents and stuff just goes down week and every week. So the thing about Prairie View is they have a quarterback that has yet to throw a touchdown pass. This is their home opener. And as far as like teams go in the SWAC, this team averages 10 points a game.
FAMU by 24.
Should be, yeah. And hopefully this is the game.
But, this season has looked a lot like last season. I'm going to be real. People ain't going to want to hear that. But this season has got some shades of what happened last year.
There's been a little bit more domination, I will say. I give
credit more, but it's the same, same concerns.
Yes. And this is what Willie Simmons mentioned in his post-game, talk with the team, is you're going to get everybody's best shot because you are the hunted. So I will say one thing I can say this year the defense was not doing last year is the defense has only, against teams that are not FBS opponents, in 3 straight games, they've given up only 10 points. But they've also scored 20 or more in those games. Realistically speaking, Willie Simmons in his interview Monday said, or even it was after the game, he said, they shouldn't have even scored on the one that Alabama State got. It should have ended 23-3, but it was a lucky tip that went through 3 people's hands, and then they caught it and they scored. So I expect Dark Cloud defense to rise up and, not be lackadaisical on this road trip. That we'll talk more about Saturday and stuff. It'll be more fully in depth, but I expect more out of this defense. I think Musa is going to keep getting better too. Musa hasn't. I'm not
reading the SWAC right now in passing yards.
8 touchdown passes, 3 interceptions, 79 out of 132. And let me see, actually.
That's over 50%.
Completion percentage of 59.8 and a QBR of 144.6. He's on pace right now to break his passing yardage from last season. And
I'll say the passing game this year has been way better, but the running game has not been the same as it was last year.
Facts. Facts. I expect it to pick up next year. It should pick up next year, or not next year. This weekend. My bad. I'm tripping. ASU also
We're
dropped.
tripping.
Penelope called against FAMU. And a penalty called.
Penalty.
Was very FAMU. Yeah, no, honestly, a lot of now I can honestly say that was a lot of self-inflicted stuff Alabama State did, which it shows their undiscipline with their play and also what transpired after the game. So it's no surprise to me. Well, not the security guard issue, but the play on the field. The security guard issue was a surprise, but the play on the field was no surprise. I already knew like Alabama State's not as mentally tough as FAMU, and the amount of penalties that they accumulated showed. So, yeah. All right, that's all I got. But yeah,
we got anything else?
No, not really.
Just that one Alabama State wide receiver got his scholarship withdrawn.
Dude, that was a dumb decision, man.
Very dumb. I just wanted to throw that out before we go on.
That was so stupid. Look, it's hard to win in Bragg, man. It's hard to win in Bragg for opposing teams. It's, again, Mr. Sassor's distraction committee, along with the band and the student section and stuff, and then you can smell the tailgates right outside the stadium. Like, it's hard. But yeah, let's go ahead and switch on over to NFL and stuff. So, Mr. Sassor.
Yes.
I know you saw that 70 piece.
I saw it from YouTube highlights, and I was just like, every 30 seconds in that highlight was literally just touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. And I'm just like, what is going on here? What is going on? Like, it's talked about everywhere, Twitter to everywhere else. There is literally, I think, a picture I saw of Mike McDaniel going into the crowd, and fans were selecting the plays for him.
That's okay. See,
so I don't know how true that is, but that if that was true, that would be hilarious. But I doubt that's true.
So I'll say this: that was not actually him. Okay, so that was actually somebody that was become dressed as him, that looks like him. Look, let's be real. Ace could go up in there and dress like him and probably get away with it.
If you get the haircut right and the glasses, I mean, that's all it takes.
He's gonna put his glasses on now. Watch. Put his glasses on.
I need a hat. Give me a hat. With a hat around here.
Yeah, he wasn't even wearing. Hold up. Wait a minute. See, now you're making me do this. Now you're gonna make me do this.
Oh God, I know what he's gonna do. He's gonna pull up the picture of Mike McDaniel right next to it.
You know I am. Oh my goodness.
But you know the best part of that whole Broncos Dolphins game?
Crazy.
It was that they had a Twitter poll for different candidates that were potential different candidates that were applying for the Broncos job last year.
There we go.
Before they decided to hire Nathaniel Hackett. And it was a resounding no by the fan base on Nathaniel Hackett. And the Broncos also denied him an interview, I believe, or just denied him the job or whatever. They didn't give him the job offer last year. And they decided to hire Hackett. So it was kind of like bitter revenge because he also was a ball boy for them, I believe, at one point in time. So he worked there. So it was kind of like sweet revenge for him in a sense compared to,
put your glasses on real quick.
He goes there and kicks champions up,
Put your glasses on.
Oh Lord, I know it's coming.
Okay, that's messed up. Why CBS News read an article saying that he's goofy?
But he is goofy. I have to comb my hair this way though.
No, it's okay.
I don't have the right glasses either.
Your hair is fine. We need to get you a Dolphins outfit and just dress you up like that for Halloween. This is the one time that you.
I don't have the facial hair though.
You don't need the facial hair. Look, you could wait. I need to find that photo of him from the 2000s.
Oh God.
When he was a ball boy. Honestly, I kid you not. Oh my. Oh. Now you see. Look, you got me going now. Got me going now.
Where the hell this shit going? We're here for the vibes.
Why is there Mike
Yeah,
McDaniel?
we gotta wait for him to look up this.
Look, hold on. I'm gonna find it. Oh, there it is.
Bro, the Lions legit drafted Baby Gronk.
Jesus.
Or Baby Kelsey. No, actually not Baby Gronk, Baby Kelsey. This Sam
Wait.
Laporta guy, holy crap. This man just cooking everybody. Oh my god.
Wait, what's
To
happening?
believe that's the same dude, man. That's insane.
Hey, there you go.
You show anybody on the street that and say, would you believe me if I told you this is the Miami Dolphins head coach? They would never believe you.
No.
Oh no, not at all.
No.
Shannon Sharp was even saying like he became the ball boy after Shannon Sharp had left Denver. Like Shannon Sharp was in Baltimore around this time.
Touchdown, Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Dude, that's insane, man. That's insane. All right, I'm getting off my soapbox now. I'm getting off my soapbox. I've had enough fun with this as is. We love you. We love you, Ace. But now we gotta get into the serious topic. The issue with Raymond James Stadium.
Yeah, what's that all about? I saw that. I was like, what's going on with Raymond James? Because I also heard about
since Tommy left, all the bandwagoners left.
That part. Now, what it is also it's like, so I don't know what happened. Me personally, I do know what happened. Part of it is NFL Sunday Ticket, Red Zone, and stuff like that too, and inflation plays a significant factor. And plus, you have a generation of people, much like Ace, who knew the Bucks when they were a perennial loser in the coming out of 2000 and after 2007. So from the
blackout era.
Yeah, from 2008 to
2011, just before Shiano got hired. Basically the Josh Freeman days. Then Shiano got hired. They put him back on TV. They were terrible. They had Mike Glennon.
Yeah, you have a generation of kids like that never knew, and a generation of homes and people that moved here that never knew the Bucks when they were winners. You have people from the late 90s.
A lot of people who've moved into Florida have been in the last 20 years. And most of the last 20 years, the Bucks have not been good.
Exactly.
No.
No. But honestly, too, now here's what I found out as well. This is not only a Bucks problem, it's majorly a Bucks problem because football is it's televised every weekend. And that's 8 Sundays out of the year. But it's also a hockey thing, and it's also a baseball thing.
Yeah.
It must have always been a baseball problem.
Because I heard they got moved to St. Pete now.
Yeah,
permanent.
Yeah, they got permanent. Because I take it from somebody that religiously used to always attend Rays Yankees games back when they were known as the Devil Rays.
Yeah.
There's always New York fans in there.
Mm.
And also, too, back in July, going to the Rays Braves game, it was an insane amount of red in there from the Braves. Give or take, to just won the World Series, but it's that's insane. So I kept receipts. I kept receipts that I'm going to share regarding.
You always got the receipts. That's one thing you guaranteed to have is the receipts.
Oh, you know it. Hey, look, this is what Ashton knows. This half of Twitter knows that I keep the receipts. Just don't shoot the messenger. Is all I.
Yeah, sure.
This is all I said. Don't shoot the messenger. So we have one here from a fan because JC Cornell posted about this whole issue. Lightning fans do not dominate Emily. And Mr. Sassor, please chime in on this because I want your take. I worked for this individual said he worked for the team for 2 years. Buffalo, Philly, Detroit, and any New York team does the same. This is a Tampa
for the Buffalo don't got no fans.
Buffalo got no fans. I'm sorry.
Those people, this whole statement went out the window when he said Buffalo. He started about Buffalo. If you even look up Buffalo games in Buffalo, they don't even sell out. That isn't that even true? Because why would they come to Tampa to watch it?
Same thing with Philly. I haven't.
Philly has been terrible. The Flyers have been terrible. Nobody ever goes to Philly games.
Yeah, that is true. Honestly, I will say I know one kid that
Detroit, New York. I don't know about New York because New York. Let's face it.
Rangers
games.
Rangers travel, but even in the playoffs, the Lightning still keep it. It's not like in Tampa where like last Monday night, it was a lot of green. There was more green than red. When you watch a Lightning playoff game, it is a lot of Lightning blue and not Rangers blue.
I feel like it's just a lot of fans
notes.
that are like switch. They switch, you know.
They do.
They're switchers because
they do.
The Rangers and both the Rangers and Tampa Bay are literally in the same division. Like,
no, they're not. Islanders and Rangers are the same division.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Islanders and Rangers. Yeah.
Sorry. All right, let me switch to the next one. This one also, let's see. Many other fan bases have significant presence in Bolts home games, even when the Bolts were in their prime. The issues are that Florida is a snowbird transplant state. Many residents root for the Bolts and the Bucks, but still have their hometown teams first. Hence why your boy Stank Bastard said the thing that he said about Giants fans that are closet Bucks fans that have season tickets, but they sell their tickets. Which was a very funny statement at the end. I don't know if you saw it or not.
Yeah.
Let's go to the next one. Plenty of road fans at Amalie when big East Coast teams come to town. Season ticket holders pay their seasons that way. Okay, I don't know what he was trying to get.
Okay,
at.
they mean they're selling the season tickets to like the Northeast Coast teams, like the original 6 teams.
Yeah, like Boston and Montreal and.
Yeah, I think that's actually the next one.
Detroit, yeah.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you don't watch when Red Wings leaves, Canadians, Blackhawks, and Rangers come to town. I'm gonna be real with you. The Blackhawks have been pretty terrible.
They've been,
garbage. Yeah, Blackhawks will be back. The NHL literally willed them back into relevancy with Bedard. We won't get into that. I don't have enough time today to complain about that.
And then the Red Wings, I'm sure, Mr. Sassor, can you chime in on that?
What do you with the Red?
Do the Red Wings travel well, or what?
I mean, think about it. At one point, we had the general manager, Steve Yzerman. He was the general manager for Tampa Bay Lightning for a long time.
Correct.
And now I don't know who the general manager is now, but I felt like
Reese
a lot of
GM here.
Oh yeah, Barat, yeah.
It's like a weird French Canadian name.
Yeah, but back then, like 2000s, 2010s, like that was. I felt like there was a lot of Red Wing fan base in Tampa.
Okay. Now here's the last one. It happens at Amalie as well, especially when the original 6, like as you just said, come to town. The biggest problem with the Tampa Bay area is it will never be a sports town due to the Northerners that move here.
Hold on. Who tweeted that? You have the actual account who tweeted that? Because that is just not true.
I do. Yeah. Let's see.
I'm gonna check that account.
I will say I don't agree with that second sentence, or even
that last sentence.
Yeah, like that. Well,
no, the last sentence. Yeah,
the last sentence is very true. Or the last sentence is not true because this is a sports town. Because I remember vividly how crazy everybody was going in 2020 when we had to stay in the house, but nobody stayed in the house. I remember that like it was yesterday. Let's see. Let's find it.
Though I think I've had a hard fan base, like a diehard fan base, since Vinnick bought the team. So like he bought it, I want to say like 2009, 2010. It'd be the year if I'm not mistaken, I think it's the year Hedman got drafted. I think is the year Vinnick bought the team or was it before Yzerman came? Because I know Stamkos and Killorn were from the old era. And I don't think Vinnick owned the team when Stamkos got drafted. But I know, anyway, Vinnick did like a lot for the city of Tampa. And like he did a really good job of like building the Lightning fan base in that time frame when he was building actually Tampa in like downtown area. Mm-hmm. And there is a lot of Lightning fans now. Like wherever you go, you're guaranteed like if you have like a building with 100 people in it, I guarantee you at least 10 of them probably have a Lightning shirt on.
Yeah, dude, I was there last December, I think, last year in a regular season game because it was like one of something I wanted to do for like Christmas as a Christmas present, and that stadium was packed. There's probably more fans than I could ever remember going to games growing up as a kid. I feel like all those statements about like, the snowbirds and all that, like, yeah, some of that's true, but I feel like now more and more Florida as a whole, when it comes to sports and athletics, it's just becoming so much more dominant. It's becoming so much more dominant. I'm here in Tennessee. I live here and reside in Nashville, Tennessee. Like, there's quite a bit of Floridian plates, like Florida plates and Alabama plates, and like other like upstate plates as well. Like, it's not like as dominant here than it is in Florida. I feel Florida has become so much more dominant with athletics in general.
So, Ace, you were asking. So this actually came from a guy that is a Bucks and a Bolts fan, and he's also a USF fan. His name is Cooch Poochie 85.
All right, back to football.
You wanted to know his name.
I just like that's a troll sometimes. When you have like a name like that, I'm gonna think you are a troll. I can't take somebody serious like that, bro. I'm sorry.
Or it's like the people.
I'm not even gonna give brain cells.
But it's also even like the people that make those statements of like, oh, the Floridians with snowbirds and all this other crap. It's just like, those are the snowbirds themselves saying that, you know? It's not Floridians all the time. Like, I am a Floridian. Like, I was born and raised in Tampa, freaking Florida. Like,
we all are. It's just like, if you look at comparing to, like, if you look at a Lightning game, right, on TV compared to a Panthers game down in Fort Lauderdale, it's two different fan bases. Yeah. Like, Fort Lauderdale, Miami has probably, I would say, more snowbirds at this point than Tampa does.
Oh.
Because that's where all the money is.
Because we full also. Stop moving here.
Yeah. Come to Nashville. Just kidding. No. Don't come to Nashville.
No, you're right. Yeah, no.
I mean, unless you want to get some good barbecue, like, come to Nashville for good barbecue.
Or just wait outside Mr. Sassor's front door.
Nah.
All right. So the other thing too, Aaron Rodgers said that the Jets need to grow up and not point fingers at one another, right? Even though he's on IR and not playing because of his Achilles issue. So what do we make of that?
I mean, Zach Wilson. How do I say this? The Jets' O-line is bad, but also Zach Wilson's not doing himself any favors.
That's very true.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the Jets and the Bears have had the level of success that they've had, or I should say the lack thereof success that they've had in the last 20 years, give or take, 30 years. Like, the Jets' only relevancy period was that Mark Sanchez, 3-year span. When you think about it, this century, right? Mm-hmm. The Bears' only piece of relevancy was just that tiny, 2006 Bears when they went to the Super Bowl.
Jay Cutler era?
Yeah, the Jay Cutler era was the only little piece of relevancy they've had. That's 3 years out of 20 years, right? So that's less than 20% of a season is what they've had in relevancy.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, okay, you're going to blame Zach Wilson, you can blame Justin Fields for the issues that your franchise has had in this time period. And you're like, we've gone through all these quarterbacks. We've gone through all these different players on our teams, and we're still bad. I wonder what the issue is.
Well, you heard about the Bears.
The only sense of consistency in there. Management.
Yes.
Yeah,
organizational management has been terrible in both of those franchises.
Yes. That is a very true fact. It's hideous because it's you never expect a storied franchise like the Bears, or even should I really say the Jets are storied? But I guess you can kind of say the Jets are a storied franchise.
It's been 50 years since they've really been storied.
Yeah, yeah, that's true too. So it's I'll just say this. It's hard. It's hard for me to even see how storied franchises can be so bad, but the Bears have been so bad. I don't know. It's crazy that they dominated the pre-Brett Favre era, but ever the Brett Favre, the post-Brett Favre.
It was because of the defense. It wasn't because of the quarterback and offense.
It was more the 80s, weren't they? They were pretty dominant in the 80s.
the 85 team was dominant. The only riff was that their defense was held to a higher standard than their offense, and their offense struggled, much like with a lot of historic defenses and everything, i.e. 2000 Ravens, who weren't as dominant as their defense. The Bucks, who took a while to get going in 2002 on offense.
Yeah.
And I mean, Seahawks, they were nice on defense. But
Seahawks and the Broncos, 2015 Broncos are the last team to win a Super Bowl after defense. Well, actually, no, 2020 Bucks also.
yeah, but I'm like, I don't know. It's crazy to me how like franchises like that, they go downhill after being storied for so long. So I don't get it. It's crazy. The Jets.
I will say this though. I'll say this: if Mahomes got drafted to Chicago, he would have been a bust. It feels like it would have been at least 90% chance he would have been a bust.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
Like that goes into like if Justin Fields got drafted, I feel like anywhere beside Cleveland, Chicago, or New York, he wouldn't have been a bust probably.
I agree. He would have fit in nice right there where Mr. Sassor is, honestly.
Tennessee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Speaking of Tennessee, actually, before we get into the
Yeah.
Bucs Saints game, the trash teams playing each other. When's Malik Willis playing, man? Tannehill's been garbage.
Tannehill's been garbage though. It means that right now they're 0-2. 0-2.
No,
Like-
1-2. They beat the Chargers, but the
Oh,
Chargers
okay.
because Brandon Staley's incompetent.
Look,
Yeah, and people kept saying, "Oh, it's Cleveland Browns going to be an easy win," and then
I thought it was gonna be easy too.
Deshaun
what'd you see?
showed up. I thought
Deshaun
Tennessee
showed up.
would
He
beat them.
actually showed up.
And I'm like,
to play.
Deshaun actually showed up.
Yeah.
I don't know what's
Let
up
me
with
not say
Tannehill, but yeah, they
Let me
need
not
to
say what
either
I just thought
start.
of.
I feel like this upcoming week they should either start Malik or Will Levis, even maybe too. I don't know.
Well, I think Will Levis is listed as a third string, so I believe I'm pretty sure they'll give Willis a shot before
Yeah.
they give Levis it because Levis was hurt, I think, for a piece of the preseason, so
Yeah,
Willis came over him on the depth chart. So if it went and who gets the shot first, I think Willis would.
yeah.
Except like last year when he played, he wasn't good, but it's like they barely had anybody to throw it to.
I was actually in the
Yeah.
barbershop today, and I caught a piece of Colin Cowherd's show. I know, shame on me for watching, but Colin Cowherd mentioned something that really stuck with me today. He mentioned trading Ryan Tannehill to New York because he said it would be foolish of the Minnesota Vikings to trade Kirk Cousins to New York because Kirk Cousins is only good at 1 o'clock. Which honestly, if you've seen recently the past 3 weeks, that's not the case either. He's not good at 1 o'clock either. So that's out the window.
Actually, like statistically, he was fine against the Eagles. It's just like Madison couldn't do squat.
Dude, if you look,
Like Justin Jefferson is carrying half of his stats, but he also had a nice throw to Addison too. So like, all you need is a quarterback who can go get Garrett Wilson the ball, and you should be fine on offense.
that's true.
And like Tannehill can't even give DeAndre Hopkins the ball. So I mean, like, if I had to pick between Kirk Cousins and Ryan Tannehill, like, I think the Jets would pony up. Like, if the Vikings lose this week, and the Jets also lose this week to the Patriots, the Jets should 100%. No, not the Patriots. Who are the Jets playing this week?
Jets,
I need to check.
the Jets are playing the Chiefs on Sunday Night Football,
Oh yeah.
which
Well, yeah, they're gonna lose that game anyway. So once they lose that game, like if Minnesota loses this week, if they do, like they should 100% be on the phone with Minnesota for Kirk Cousins. Because
Yeah.
Justin Jefferson's requesting that trade if they probably lose this game too.
I'm just glad that the flex schedule kicks in after week 4 because I'm just like this game just made the cut. Because if this game was in week 5, it would have been flexed out so fast. I would rather watch the Bucks and the Saints on Sunday Night Football this weekend versus.
Oh god, if that game has 20 total points, I'd be shocked.
It might. You
We'll
never
get to
know.
that.
It might. Have faith. Have faith.
You know,
It might.
I don't know. Just
I
looking
have
at like
been-
the scoreboard from like the last 3 years with the Saints and the Bucks and how low scoring it was. I don't know.
It might. Look, give it a chance. Because look,
They'll hit 20 points. I don't think it'll have a total of 30 points in that game.
Oh, definitely not 30.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Maybe 20. About 20, I would say, give or take.
It depends. Like, look, it's a lot of factors. It's like, you know, how healthy are the Bucks, and then it's like, is Jameis going to take care of the football? Those are the two main things, honestly.
Now, if we talk about taking care of the football, their starting quarterback is third in turnovers since 2018, but we won't get into that conversation.
See why you gotta go there. I can't wait. Was that a shaft at Baker and Jameis?
Actually, had neither. That's not who's third on that list.
Who is third on that?
Who's the Saints starting quarterback supposed to be normally?
Well, I mean,
Derek Carr.
Okay, my bad. I was like, Jameis probably gonna play this weekend, but
the normal starting quarterback.
Oh yeah, that's Derek Carr. Is he really gonna play
third in turnover since 2018? Josh Allen's first though, but still.
Is he really gonna try to play this weekend?
Damn.
I hope not. If he is, I'm taking the Bucks. Actually, I might take the Bucks anyway.
He'd be foolish to play this weekend while he's injured.
He's an idiot. Then it sounds just as big of an idiot, so I don't know.
This is part of his problem. This is why he's not in Vegas anymore. Because he's trying to do too much.
You know, I really don't want to.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
Right.
We'll take him off for a second. We'll wait for him to come back. But
I want to say it. I just took him. I want to say what I'm thinking, but I said, you know, I'll wait till week 5, and now he's hurt. I'm like, do I really want to wait? Because there's a serious problem with the Saints, and it's not just the team. There's a serious problem with that fan base.
Well, Stank said y'all got a loyal fan base that ride for the city.
Bro, no. That fan base, they say they're loyal, but God, they got some issues.
What issues do they have?
Have you seen the Discord between the Jameis fans and the Carr fans?
Now, I wish I had that meme where it was like the dude that'd be like,
Hold up.
Now, I'm going to rewind. I'm going to turn back the clock for you.
I bring back Dalton.
Right. Sorry, my computer's about to die.
Oh, you're good. No, I wish I could put my feet up on this table and really just tell you a story. But I remember vividly a time from 2015 to 2000. What was it? 2009, 15, 16, 17, 18. He got his 50-year option 19. Yeah, I remember a time from 2015 to 2019 where, like, 2015 to 2016, there were fans doing the tomahawk chop at Bucks games because they were Florida State fans, and they said Jameis was the answer, and that created a big rift. And then
neither are the answer. That's the issue.
2017, 2018 comes. Jameis got suspended them 3 games, remember? And Ryan Fitzpatrick came in. And everybody was like, "Oh, Fitzmagic." And then Fitzmagic burned out, and there was this whole debate. And it was like, "Oh, then the conversation came, is Jameis a bust?" And you had people defending him, like me. That was like, you know what, Jameis ain't no bust. He gonna be all right. He just Dirk Cutter ain't it. And there was this whole debate between the fan base, and it got toxic and stuff. And then Bruce Arians came in and stuff and was like, you know what, if we can win with him, we can win 7 games with him. Lord knows how many we can win with someone else. And then lo and behold, Tom Brady came out of nowhere and fell into our arms. And that was the big rift between Jameis and finding someone else in free agency that was available. I've seen this before. The
issue is neither of them. Holy shit, that's a catch. Who the hell caught that? Sorry, I don't know. I got distracted. Somebody just made a crazy one-hander and contested.
It's on the screen.
Yeah.
Just look up. But yeah, no, it was. I don't know what it is. Wherever Jameis goes, he creates this rift.
No, that rift is not from Jameis. That rift has been around. Let's see. I got Twitter in 2020, so I guess technically, what some sources have told me, this issue, what the Saints are having right now between Jameis and Carr, is the same issue that fans were having back when it was Teddy and Taysom. When Drew got hurt in 2018. Was it 2018 or 2019? 2019.
It was like 2018, I believe it was.
2019 when he broke his thumb.
Yeah.
Now the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it has been an issue of, I'm not going to say it explicitly of what it is, but there's some issues between them and a certain type of quarterback playing and a certain type of quarterback who they would rather have. Like the
So
excuses they
you guys say it. This is a safe space. I don't care.
yeah, that pretty much.
Okay, got it. Keep going.
Keep going, yeah. Yeah, they blame Jameis for losing to Green Bay this week when it was a full team collapse first. Then they said, "Oh, he missed a throw to Olave on third down." That was a terrible play call for the beginning, right? They ran Thomas and Shaheed, I believe it was. They ran them on verticals on a 3rd and 3, right? They ran Thomas and Shaheed on verticals and they had tried running a motion slant to Olave. Yeah, the safety dropped down into coverage because if Jameis threw that ball was getting picked, right? So Jameis didn't throw the ball to him there. Olave broke it off and tried going back outside on the scramble, but Jameis already threw the ball away because he didn't want to throw a pick.
Mm-hmm.
He was already starting to throw it away, and they blamed him for that. And then on another throw, Thomas slipped on the curl route, and it went incomplete, except it was one-on-one with Thomas in a little midget corner on the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And Jameis threw it where he should have thrown it, and they said that was Jameis's fault for Thomas slipping. And I'm like, are you guys even watching the game? Like, Jameis took them down the field. I'm not even saying, like, Carr had his moments, right? Jameis is having his moments now, and Jameis took them down the field, and Olave and Thomas were running the same routes, but at 1 4th down, and the kicker missed the field goal, right? Kicker makes that field goal, they probably still wouldn't said anything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I thought Jameis got them in field goal range, and then the kicker screwed it up.
And then Carr has his moments where he throws some really good balls, and then there's some where he threw a ball into triple coverage against the Panthers. And then the best one was where he got hurt. The play Carr got hurt on, right? It was a terrible play call where it was 3rd and 9, and people were like 30 yards down the field beside Jimmy Graham, right? Everybody was 30 yards down the field beside Jimmy. It was to send them all there, and Carr was standing there, and Jimmy Graham is right in front of him with only one guy to beat for a 1st down, and everybody's defending Carr. Even Carr said it himself, which I kind of liked that he did. He took accountability for it and said that was on him, that she should have checked it down instead of trying to look for the big play. Which was a good moment. Was like, he got hurt because people are blaming the offensive line for the times he's got hurt or hit so much because the offensive line's not protecting him. But there are times where he should have just checked it down to avoid getting hit, and he didn't. And I'm like, these are the same people who got mad at Jameis last year, who were defending Carr for not checking it down, who were getting mad at Jameis last year for saying he wasn't checking it down enough. And now, the best part is, they're saying, oh, John Gruden's the answer to fixing the Saints offense play calling. And I'm like, y'all realize John Gruden didn't even throw it to running backs in his time with Las Vegas, Oakland? Like, Josh Jacobs, before John Gruden got fired, his 2.5 career receptions was max 35 receptions. And they want to say Kamara's the answer to all the Saints issues, but they also want to say John Gruden's the answer to all their issues. And I'm like, you realize these are 2 contradictory statements, right? But what does it all have in common? I'm just gonna say that. Anyways, cool. Bucks Saints. Baker versus the Saints. Yeah, cool. I'm gonna probably take the Bucks in this game, even with Jameis, because I feel the coaching staff's gonna screw it up.
Mr. Sassor, who are you taking?
I still take my home teams. Bucks, of course.
I mean, honestly, I've seen the injuries that the Bucks have. The Bucks got beat up against Philly on Monday night. Like, Vita Vea didn't practice. Kalijah Kancey didn't practice. That's 2 pieces of your interior D-line that are out.
Oh. Yeah. Like, Kamara might go crazy, but then again, I don't trust the coaching staff to give him the ball properly.
And then you also have, I mean, Jamel Dean might not even play, but Carlton Davis might. So there's a chance you're going in there with Zaire McCollum as your starting corner. And you also have.
Might go for 200.
Yeah, so it's like right now it's like the offense, the interior offensive line to me is a question. Both tackles are good, but Cody Moach from North Dakota State at your right guard he's okay. It's just he's going through rookie struggles and stuff. He'll be fine. but your left guard and your center are the question marks because based off of like production percentage, they didn't have a good night. And then, it's hard to run up the interior with this offensive line that's not deep. So, right now it's like I'm leaning towards the Saints, especially
on paper. They should win, but I don't trust that coaching staff to win.
Look, dude, so it's like I'm picking the Saints to win. He's picking the Bucks to win. It ain't often that this happens.
No, I was so skeptical even too of this last week because I was like, yeah, damn it, yeah. Like I'd still go for Bucks, but it wouldn't. So I thought honestly it probably would have been a blowout, maybe by Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, but I was surprised how. Like it wasn't like a high scoring game, but like I'm surprised it wasn't like a showstopper game. I guess I don't know.
Oh, I mean, honestly, I expected it. The Eagles have what? The Eagles have most of the Eagles defense went to UGA, so like they're already freaks of nature and stuff. And it looked like an SEC team versus a squad full of other Power 5 schools.
Yeah,
from a physical standpoint, like physically seeing it in real life, like it was a mismatch. But yeah, but all right. So you got 4. Well, I guess we did already talk about it. The 4 worst teams in the NFL getting together for a game this weekend. who wants to take the bet that the Broncos and the Bears are going to tie?
Sure. I'll say it's a tie. Honestly,
I think they might tie this weekend.
Yeah, honestly, I think they might tie.
Man, I want Fields to win, but like he needs to get out of Chicago.
In another way, it's like if they start, because I'm assuming they're starting Russell Wilson. I would imagine like that dude's been like losing his stride. But if he could get his touch back, I feel like he would need a bounce back on this and actually win the game.
The Bears' defense is so bad, but like the Bears are just a terrible team. Like, I would be shocked if Eberflus survives the year. I doubt he even survives the season. Much less, but, like, Fields needs to get himself out of Chicago.
Yes. No. It's a lot of people. DJ Moore needs to get out of Chicago, too.
He just got there. He needs to get out, too.
It's like that Simpsons meme where Grandpa comes in, takes his hat off, and turns right back around and walks right out the door. I'd be going so fast. But he's a good friend to Justin Fields because even Justin Fields got banged up, and then it's like Justin Fields.
You need to get out of that game.
Yeah, it's like everybody else was about to let him go right back in the game, and he was like, "No, get him out." That's a good friend. Good friend.
Well, more owes Fields also because Fields had a nice throw to him in double coverage, and he went and dropped it. So there is that too. But like, yeah, the Bears are terrible. The Broncos are terrible. It's a battle of terrible. Who's the other winless teams going at it this week?
Minnesota and
Minnesota and somebody.
Oh my goodness, Minnesota and Carolina.
I think Bryce Young playing in that game. Let me take the Bears and the Panthers.
I'd take Minnesota.
I'm taking Minnesota too.
I'm taking Carolina for one reason only. I need Kirk Cousins in New York to save Garrett Wilson's fantasy season.
Wow. Look, I'm taking Minnesota, but at the same time too, I'm taking the tie.
I'm taking the I don't know. I kind of when you said about the tie for the Broncos and Bears, like that could be a tie, but I don't know. If I could see a win, it would definitely probably be Broncos. I would hope because they should hit their stride again. They should.
Man, the Broncos
because they just got slapped by freaking Miami. Like,
man, look, if the Broncos lose again, dude, I'm telling you now, Drew Brees.
The Lions killing them.
Sheesh, it's okay. Jordan Love might come alive. You know he got second half magic.
Second half, yeah.
But with that being said,
I think that ball got tipped anyway at the line.
We can go ahead and transition this over to college ball. So,
no, wait, what are you saying about Drew Brees?
Oh no, I was saying like pretty much like Sean Payton was Drew Brees was like the glue. It wasn't Sean Payton. That's what I was gonna say, and I'm gonna be real.
Mm-hmm.
As we
You know.
over from one Colorado team that got slapped, that got thunderclapped, to another Colorado team that got slapped. So
when did they score those 6 points? Did they score that like in the fourth quarter, right?
yeah, they got that late. Oh man, they got that late.
Oh my god, that's
dude,
ridiculous.
look. And then the funny thing, you got the video out there that was like when Dan Lanning,
Them talking trash.
yes,
Oh yeah.
literally was saying like, "Oh, we're out here playing. We're out talking with our pads. They're out here doing this for clicks." He ain't lying. He ain't lying. But for Dion to come out and say like, you know, oh well, guys just want to beat me. No, Dan Lanning's trying to build a splitting image out west of what he worked with at Georgia. He's not at all enamored with trying to beat Coach Prime.
No.
Why? Because it's
Oh
college.
yeah, not at Oregon, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, let's be real. And then you had Shiloh who was talking trash and stuff, and you got
Jerry Rice. Something about to put him in his.
he got his block knocked off already in the Oregon game. He had to go to the hospital because he was urinating blood. And now you got Brendan Rice waiting in the wings this weekend, coming to Boulder, about to cook.
Jerry Rice. Something about to come.
Jeez.
Brandon Rice coming.
Oh, we know. How many?
Here we go.
No. How many yards we got Brendan Rice going for? Anybody?
Huh?
How many yards we got Brendan Rice going crazy for?
196. 196 and 2 tuds.
Shoot, I don't know.
Give him a number.
Just throw one out there.
I'd say like 210.
Look, Travis Hunter ain't out there either.
Three tutties.
Ooh.
I could see that.
Honestly, Oregon should go out again this week and just demolish the next opponent, whoever it is, whether if it's in their conference or whoever. I don't know who they're facing, but they should go out.
I will say,
They hit that stride again. They hit the stride like how Miami hit that stride against Denver. Like they should go out this week and just absolutely.
They got
ball up
Stanford.
against them.
Yeah.
Oh,
they probably
yeah. Go crazy. 4 tutties. I don't know.
Bo Nix ain't an NFL quarterback, but he's like a damn good college one.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. I'm looking forward to Michael Penix and Bo Nix next week. U.S. Oregon and Washington.
That one I will actually watch on the full thing.
True.
I will stay up and watch that.
Yeah,
I watched the Washington who was they playing? I forgot already who they were playing. It was terrible. Like the game just started and like it was a pick 6 last week.
Damn.
Give me a second. California. First play of the game was a pick 6.
Pitiful. Absolutely pitiful.
Well, not first play, but first drive.
Jeez.
I will
And
say
then there was a punt return touchdown. So like Washington was up like 14-0 before the 14-7 before the offense even got the ball.
Yeah, see, that's crazy. But I will say too, the other thing happened this weekend that I know our man Sassor wanted to talk about was Florida State and Clemson this past weekend.
Yeah.
Travis.
I'm glad they finally got the monkey off their back.
I'm finally glad they won since like 2014, right? You said?
Yeah. First time since 2014.
Since Jameis.
Yeah.
Jameis was actually suspended the last time they beat Clemson, but the first time that was their first win in Clemson since Jameis, like when he won the Heisman.
In Clemson, yeah, that even proves more of a point too, which is great. Like, do it not at home, but do it away, like at the other person's field.
Honestly, I will say like, Florida State probably can make the playoff now.
I think they could.
You got to get past.
Yeah.
The only team that really worries me right now for Florida State is Virginia Tech is never an easy game, but you have them at home, and you have Miami, who is undefeated right now.
Syracuse is undefeated too.
Syracuse, you got it, but they come to Doak as well, I believe. So it's like, but I will say, Ace, I'm gonna fill you in on something because I know you are the youngest. Don't take Miami lightly.
Oh,
Mm-mm.
I mean, you now. There's been
what's his
times.
name? Travis Van Dyke or something like that.
Yeah, Taylor Van Dyke.
Taylor Van Dyke. I know it's TVD is his nickname. I don't remember first.
Do not take Miami.
Miami's good. I don't like.
Yeah, it's like you kind of wait for them to kind of lose a game, and then you see like the mental frustration. Yeah,
It's kind of like Alcorn.
See, you taking shot. You making enemies in the SWAC with this. You gonna make enemies in the SWAC. You keep doing this. Here he see. Look, and I'm gonna clip that. And you know what? Nah, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. See, look, I'm gonna let the SWAC and the full folk deal with you. Good.
What's wrong with that?
Let Twitter handle it.
He getting the SWAC hours up already. It's just,
man, I don't know issue with the SWAC. I have an issue with Alcorn since they first time I was on. Remember the whole?
Oh yeah, no, the Alcorn Palm Bluff game.
I kept taking Alcorn. I'm like, they keep dropping it every time.
Wow,
that was betrayal.
So
I'm like, now I'm done.
When we picked the Alcorn Jackson State game, and the game is in Jackson. See, but if you pick Jackson State, then watch Alcorn win.
I'm secretly an Alcorn fan. I'm just kidding.
I'm looking forward to that last weekend in November now, actually. Kind of just, I might
all right.
put that game on there on purpose. But
okay, cool.
Back to FSU. Yeah, looking at their schedule, I think either Syracuse or Duke is kind of like a big question. I kind of think
Duke might give them trouble. So that's 14.
I think Wake Forest too, because I remember last year Wake Forest.
Wake Forest lost their best their quarterback went to Notre Dame, and their best receiver went to the draft, and their running back transferred.
Yes, I think Wake Forest is going to take a step back, but
I would definitely say
Wake Forest. I don't even think has won a game yet.
Syracuse, Miami, and of course the biggest rival, FSU, Florida.
Florida. No. I will say this: if USF played Florida like next week, I would probably take USF in that game. Serious.
Honestly,
Florida's not the normal Florida.
Well,
USF would have beat them last year. The USF would have beat them last year, except not the same team, but still, Florida should have lost that game. Except Jeff Scott didn't know how to clock management the game.
Yeah, it was like 42-20 was the final, wasn't it?
No, it was. Let me look it up. It was a one-score game. USF could have won on the field goal, and they blew.
Oh, you're talking about that one when they played in the swamp. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I remember that. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, Jeff Scott screwed that up so bad. That was insane. But yeah, no, to your point,
31-28.
Yeah, I remember that.
And Jeff Scott blew it at the end.
To your point though, Sassor, yeah, I definitely think that, Florida State can get by. They can get by West. They can get by Virginia Tech. They can get by Syracuse. And they can get by Miami and Duke. They're good. But they're
basically just going on the field.
They win the conference. They won the conference, and I don't know where they
one loss FSU still gets in.
I feel like, yeah, 1 or 2 losses, and they'd still get in. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know where they would stand on the ranking, like AP ranking poll. But
honestly, dude,
I disagree. I disagree with who is it? Washington being like 7 or 8.
They should be higher.
Yeah,
you and Flash would get along. I don't think have they ever done a podcast yet?
They never have.
Yeah, don't worry. Flash would have been with you in the pom-poms going for a UW.
Yeah, I'm still trying to distinguish whether he's a USF fan or if he's a UW fan. I can't figure it out.
I can't get it either.
Yeah, because 1 minute it's go Bulls, the next minute it's go Huskies, and I'm just like, so what would you?
And 1 minute he's pretending he's Snoop and he's going go FSU.
Or just in general, like I look at the AP ranking poll and I'm just like, I don't know.
Who's the best FBS team? Until someone knocks him off, I'm gonna say Georgia. But even Georgia at times.
Yeah, who can defeat
Georgia right now? Their kind of wonky, as I called it last week.
I've been saying it, dude. Like I've been thinking in my mind, like I feel like something's gonna happen in the playoff where, depending on who gets matched up with who, I'm feeling like Georgia and Texas are going to get matched up on one side. Florida State and Michigan are going to get matched up. Somehow, some way.
The final's going to be FSU, Georgia.
Exactly. And I feel like, weirdly enough, Florida State might mess around and knock off Georgia. Because I was talking to a Georgia fan that I know personally, and he was saying, I need Florida State to lose. And I was like, it's interesting you say that in September, early September, because I feel like some Georgia fans, not all, feel like Florida State might be the threat to Georgia's three-peat. It might even be Texas.
Oh yeah,
Texas is a good shot.
So right now, I'd say the best FBS team right now, I'd definitely say it's, in my opinion, right now it's Georgia, Florida State.
Top 5 would definitely be those two teams, Texas, and then
that I'm gonna go Michigan,
it'd be Georgia, yeah, and throw in Washington.
Yeah.
Some combination of Georgia, FSU, Texas, Washington, and Michigan, yeah.
I put Michigan at the bottom because I need to see Michigan play a conference game that's actually someone that's talented.
Yeah.
So like Michigan, Penn State, Michigan,
and Michigan State and Ohio State don't count though. Ohio State's not winning that game.
Oh yeah, no, not at all. And it's in Ann Arbor.
Kyle McCord, I keep telling y'all, he ain't it. He should have lost versus Notre Dame.
They just keep on getting.
He did. He won the game technically, but like
I said, no. Let him play Penn State. Let him play Penn State, and then wait till
they're gonna handle him.
It's you gonna see. You gonna see. But so yeah, this.
You want to talk about USF actually winning first FBS game, right? In like how many years?
Sure.
I mean, it was against Rice, but like still, like Byron Brown, he had one crazy, and his deep balls were actually connecting for a change. And I'm like, you realize if you could have just hit one of these where the guy actually looked the right way, you would have probably beat Alabama last week because Alabama didn't try that game at all. Now, if Milroe played, Alabama probably stomps him, but Alabama was screwing around and wanted to try that. What's the guy's name again? Buckner?
Yeah.
He's with the third string now. He got demoted from that game. He went from the first string to the third string. Anyway, yeah, like the guy, when the game essentially ended when Byron Brown threw a ball into the end zone and the receiver looked the wrong way, and he ended up, the corner saw, like, the receiver looked his inside shoulder, and the ball was supposed to go to his outside shoulder. He was supposed to go to the corner of the end zone, and instead he went inside, and it got picked. I'm like, there was no miscues like that this week. Like, I don't know if Dawn saw the Texans recently. I know AFC South, so all those markets are probably connected up together. But like, if you watch the Texans, right, in the NFL, it's like every week they've gotten better, right? Where it's kind of like how USF's like every week they've played better and better. It's like the quarterback play has gotten better every week. The team is playing better. It's like that's what you want to see with the first-time head coaches. You want to see your teams get better every week as they get on. So as long as Alabama's out, yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, honestly. But my thing is, look, they lost to Texas, but Texas was a good loss for them. If they can kind of like turn it around and somehow, because I think that right now, I think that they. The game against LSU is going to determine the West. I think still. It's going to determine a lot in the West, but Alabama didn't forget, and they probably didn't forgive. They probably won't forgive for what happened last year in Baton Rouge. So that's one thing to keep an eye on. So that November matchup is going to say a lot. So if Alabama can win the West and get through unscathed with a 12-1 record, then the SEC championship is likely going to be Georgia and Alabama. And then we'll winner take all there, but still probably be Georgia, depending on how Alabama's playing late. So I wouldn't say
let's talk some hockey.
So we're going to switch over.
Actually, before we switch over to hockey, I want to say a few things about MLB. So we're at the close of the MLB's regular season.
Oh, wait, let me get the graph.
Hot topics. Here we go.
Oh, okay. I like it. I like the little background. It's sick. So the Tampa Bay Rays won their last. So they're this is like the last 27 games or so.
Mhm.
The last 27, 15 wins, 12 losses. They have two more games left playing against the Blue Jays. And of course, they had that late celebration. They didn't realize that they had clinched the playoffs, basically.
Yes.
So they are now clinching the playoffs, and I'm pretty sure they're going to play against Toronto. Pretty sure they are. We'll see.
Yeah, they have a series lined up against Toronto here coming up.
So let me just tell you that the way that it started for them, I knew for a fact I was like, these guys are going to make it to the NL pennant, win that, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they win the World Series.
So you actually want to know something crazy about that?
Yes.
They lost their best pitcher and second best hitter, and they're still the best team in MLB.
Not that. There's an interesting thing regarding the AL East that nobody knows. That they actually
Bye-bye, Yankees.
So it's regarding the standings. So I don't know if I'm bringing it up now. Can y'all see it?
It's loading.
It's loading.
Can we give Christian Watson the ball, please, Packers? Thank you.
Always thinking about fantasy. Is it up?
It's still
no,
loading.
not yet. There we go.
There we go.
So
yeah, that's what I just had up a second ago.
So one thing about it is with this. So yes, this is the first time since in the American League East it came into existence in 1969. This is the first time ever where the Rays and the Orioles finished in first and second, and this is the first time ever that the Yankees and the Red Sox have ever finished in fourth and last place. This is the Yankees and the Red Sox have never finished in dead last like this before.
Wow.
Yeah.
This has never happened before.
That's crazy.
And look who you have in the NL East finishing first. Freaking Atlanta Braves. God damn it.
Oh, yeah, dude. No, I'm telling you, dude.
Honestly, I do want the Phillies to beat them, though. I really do want the Phillies. I would like to see the matchup of the Phillies and the Rays again. Because that was, I think, 20 – I don't remember what year it was that was that World Series matchup.
Oh, no, you had the 2020 where it was the Rays and the Dodgers. And then before that was the Rays and the Phillies in 2008. But the thing is, the thing that people don't know, I'm telling you, dude, when I went to go see the Braves play the Rays in July, that felt like a World Series type crowd.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
It was a packed house, man. It was a packed house. It was full of energy from start to finish. Like eventually, the Braves, they pulled away, but that was energetic. That Friday night was energetic. Yeah. And then
looking at that roster too, I just think that roster is something else. You know, you got Yanni Diaz, you got Randy Arozarena, you got some of their pitchers, man. That I'm still learning about some of their pitchers, and I think that whole pitching lineup, they got something special going on there.
They do. It's.
By the way, have y'all seen Junior Caminero? I think his name is. I can't pronounce it exactly yet, but they just called him up, and he was they were really hyped for him. He actually got a hit on his first at bat, and he's supposed to be he's a shortstop. So I don't know if he's gonna replace who yet, officially, because they haven't really said what their plan is, and that whole thing if he's getting convicted and all that crap or what charges. But anyways, there's I think he's probably going to be in the playoff lineup. I'm not entirely sure yet, but there's a chance Caminero is going to be in it because he's their top prospect coming up.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there was actually I don't think y'all saw it last night either.
What a thing to keep an eye on.
I saw the highlight on Twitter. Ronald Acuna had his 70th stolen base that set up the Braves walk-off against the Cubs. 70 stolen bases.
Yeah, that man's nuts.
And he literally he held up second base and just was like, it is.
So I'm walking home with that tonight.
Oh yeah, dude. It was insane. But the other ones too, that if you talk to Braves fans, most of them say, the biggest challenge is the Dodgers, of course. And then after that, I think, you got the Phillies out there still, as you can see. You have the Milwaukee Brewers as another team. Geez, okay, someone has to get out into the wild card between the Reds and the Cubs. Somebody has to get in.
Yeah.
I don't foresee the Diamondbacks. I don't know. It's gonna be wild in the National League.
Yeah.
As you see too, geez, everyone's been eliminated. My gosh, and the National League Central is so weak.
Oh, they're so weak.
That's
every one of them. I feel bad, but I'm like, yeah, no, I don't feel bad.
Dude, golly, the Twins,
like the only concern is the Houston Astros still, because they are just, I don't know what it is about them.
Yeah, do you realize, like, looking at this, the Minnesota Twins would not win they wouldn't win like the West or probably even the playoffs in the East.
Nah, well, yeah, no, they wouldn't win against Rangers. Texas would beat them.
This is actually
Texas would beat them, and then I feel like Texas up against like Tampa or Orioles. Of course, I'm gonna go with the Rays, man.
Dude, this is insane. I wish I could see like the bracket of like how this playoff picture is gonna shape out.
Yeah,
honestly. All right, let me go ahead and stop sharing. That's crazy, but yeah, no. So on to hockey. What do we got?
Vasilevsky's out 2 months with a microsurgery, I believe they called it, on his back to fix some kind of a lumbar herniation, disc herniation. You should be you're a chiropractor. You should know what that means.
So
give us your chiropractic insight.
Oh my goodness, here we go. You said he has a bulging disc?
No, disc herniation. Let me type it in and I'll pull it up for us to see properly. But you keep talking while I do that. You know, you don't have to actually like stop everything.
Oh, well I'm sorry. I was okay.
I guess while he's looking that up, I guess.
Yeah, it's called a microdiscectomy to address a lumbar disc herniation.
Okay,
yeah,
so
is what it's called.
All right, so okay, yeah, got it. I just had to pull up the images and stuff. So, as you can see, so I can share this. I'm trying to pull it up right now. I'm just going to share my screen.
It's a nice slow.
I'm going to share my screen right here real quick. So that way I can educate you guys. Let me know when it pops up.
It's there.
It's up.
Gotcha.
It's up.
Oh,
He's
Oh, I see the spinal cord.
So yeah, so as you can see, like this is a normal disc. This is a herniated disc. So the herniated disc is like pressing in that nerve root that's trying to. So like the nerve root is basically sending signals. Everything's connected. Like this is what can lead to like tingling in the fingers and stuff, depending on what level that you have the herniation at. It can be a serious pain. You can't get the fluid to necessarily go back in, but you can manage it properly with like chiropractic care. But surgery, depending on the severity of what Vasilevsky has, is the next step. Now, the other one that I've seen is this one right here. Of the stages of it, the sequestration is pretty bad because then you have that fluid inside the nucleus pulposus. I'm getting scientific on y'all. So outside right here, you have the annulus fibrosis. They call it the jelly donut. So right here you have the annulus fibrosis. Yeah. Inside is the nucleus pulposus. When the nucleus pulposus pops out and it separates, this is called a sequestration. You'd rather, realistically speaking, some people say you'd rather have a sequestration versus an extrusion because this is pretty painful as well. But this is also bad as well too. Like some people, like, yeah. So I mean,
but basically, one is more manageable than the other. Like you're saying, like the sequestration.
So yeah. What would the surgery do? The microdiscectomy, I think is what you call it.
Microdissect.
That's what they said he had.
Okay, so I'm gonna Google this actually, because as chiropractors we don't
do surgery.
Yeah, we don't do surgery. We don't prescribe medication. So for anyone that's watching, I don't do that. A surgical procedure for the relief of pain and other symptoms that occur when herniated disc in the spine presses on the adjacent nerve root. Okay, so unlike more traditional procedures, they are minimally invasive and involve creating incisions of no more than a couple centimeters, of course, so these things are getting smaller. During the operation, the surgeon frees the nerve by removing small fragments of the disc, the bone, and the ligament. Ooh, yeah, no, shout out to the surgeon that did that, because that's a lot in there. You can one little bad move, you can mess up a lot of stuff. So shout out to the surgeon.
The fact that's only an 8 to 10 week recovery, I wonder if they did a laser surgery to be more precise.
Probably, and they probably glued it shut, honestly.
Because they said he's not supposed to have any issues with it, and it was successful. That's what the team said, so I don't know.
Yeah, dude, he's going to get.
But I don't think it's the same kind of back issue that Michael Porter Jr. had, so I don't think it should be too worrisome, because I think he was out the whole year when he had his back issue.
Yeah, no, it's like, again, for me, I'd say it's best to manage that, but that sounds painful. This is why I couldn't be a surgeon. There's too many things in there that can just, you could hit it and you could go wrong.
Yeah.
So,
tough job.
Yeah. Again, so I shout out to anyone that goes to med school to be a surgeon.
Yeah.
Be all you can be, Ace.
No, not doing. I don't want to be in charge of if I screw up that somebody else can't even watch. That's a lot of.
Yeah.
Anyways, did you see the? I know you said you went to the Nashville Lightning game last night. What was your thoughts on Tompkins? Because he's probably going to be the backup most likely, unless they make a move.
Honestly, both goalies were pretty solid. I mean, at one point it was kind of interesting. I think after the end of this,
played, right?
He played only 2 periods, and then out of nowhere they were just like, "Oh, let's add this."
Oh yeah, Askarov played the. Yeah, he was. Askarov, they said, was supposed to be a better prospect than Vasi coming out.
So, but yeah, Matt Tompkins, he looks pretty solid in that. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, he only allowed 1 goal in. I think he had I think at the end of it they had 20. He had 28 shots on goals, so he was pretty solid. He was pretty solid, and yet again there was a mix of both the guys that they're bringing up from AHL, and then as well as people they still had McDonough on the ice. They had Ryan O'Reilly, who I had no idea got traded to Nash.
No, he signed. I think
signed
he was
Nash?
he was a 1-year rental for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah,
I didn't even know he was in Nashville.
I was like, it said Ryan O'Reilly, and I was like, Ryan O'Reilly's here? He's like, okay.
And Luke Schen's there too, actually.
Luke Schen's here, yeah.
I was like, what?
Yeah, Luke Shen, I was like, what, too? And then, Roman Josi, you still have Philip Forsberg and stuff, so they were kind of in the mix, but
Nashville's one of those teams. Nashville, one of those teams, there's some teams that, they have a lot of young guys, but they still have a couple of really good vets still hanging around.
They do, yeah.
So, they're in the in-between of a rebuild and contending kind of thing.
I'd say contending, for sure. Contending.
Yeah, and the funny part was, Nashville has the two main reasons why Toronto beat the Lightning are both in Nashville now, and O'Reilly and Shen.
Yeah.
Have a lot.
Next year, some of them should get reps through the rest of the season because the hardest games are. I agree with that. Yeah, no, that's a true fact. I think they are going to have a lot of young talent coming back next year, and it's a lot of young talent that's going to see the field as we progress here in the next coming weeks and stuff. I think those that do make the trip to Mississippi Valley, if this team plays a complete game this weekend, which they should, they will have a squad that will be ready for next season. Again, I'm high on guys I think it's Jonathan Bostic's little brother. I'm high on, the wide receiving room and the additions that have been made. The huge addition that was made with Keon Brown yesterday. I'm high on, the QB room. You're going to find somebody, and we already know Willie Simmons is one to not hesitate with going to the transfer portal to find a QB. So I'm confident there. Whether it's Murtovich, DJ Boney, or I think his name's Kyle Fitzgerald, number 14. Or if they do look to the portal, I'm confident any one of those guys can just step right in and keep the train rolling. But I do think also, too, the Dark Cloud defense, if we've noticed, it gets better every year. And I think next year will be no different. I think they'll be more fierce and more aggressive. They have another verbal commit on Monday, too. Did you see the state? I did not. Do you know his name by chance?
Didn't know that.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
I don't really pay attention to who's transferring in September, to be honest with you.
Yeah, see that's
transfers in like April.
Yeah,
somewhere between like January and April. Yeah, I'll pay attention. Like transfers in September. I'd be focusing more on the games.
Point. But yeah, no. If you know the name, let us know. My bad, guys. Y'all go back to.
All right. So, what Tompkins there? How many? Do you think they're gonna hold down the fort with him and Johansson, Dalton, as the goalie tandem?
I think so.
Or you think they're gonna add somebody?
I still think
like
they
someone
might
who
add.
Gets waived.
Yeah, they might add like someone that is like that in between. You know, like I've never heard of Matt Tompkins before. I'm just kind of looking.
I didn't know who he was until.
And he actually had 30 shots. He had 30 shots last night.
Oof.
So
only one goal, yeah.
With the save percentage of .968, like that's.
Yeah, and he played most of the national starters too, which is kind of crazy. Like that's pretty much he was facing an NHL team, so it's not like you can't take level of competition, shot quality, stuff like that into account, because that was like legit stuff he was facing. So
yeah,
that was a good showing from him. But yeah, like there was talking about Anthony Stolarz. He was with Anaheim last year, but he's in Florida right now. But since Spencer Knight got cleared from his mental, he wasn't taking the year off last year for some mental health stuff. He's supposed to be back this year, but they didn't know that during the off season, so they signed him. He's supposed to be really good. That they said to keep an eye on if he gets waived at roster cuts.
Yeah.
So that's a guy for Lightning
season
games.
actually officially start for the NHL.
Like 12 days, give or take.
So it looks like
13, 12 days, something like that.
I don't know.
Speaking of which, you guys know that on this day back in 2020, the Lightning secured their second Stanley Cup.
First.
Or 2004?
No, second one, but the first of the back-to-backs.
Yeah.
Back-to-back, yeah. Yeah, 2004 was first, obviously.
The first one.
Cup.
Yeah.
Which was right. It was funny. I think it was right after that NHL blackout year. Because I think it was 2002, 2003. I heard about it. Obviously, we were all young at the time. But I just heard about it recently.
I think the blackout was the year Crosby came out, wasn't it? Like the Lightning won in like 2004, and then Crosby came out in like the blackout was 2005.
Yeah, 05.
Or walkout, not blackout.
Yeah. Yeah, it was just no season, and then next season, Crosby comes in, and I think that's when the Penguins win.
Yeah, exactly. I remember because people were saying how it was kind of rigged for Pittsburgh to get it, even though they had Lemieux because of the lockout.
Yeah. Goddamn.
I don't know. I was like 2 years old. I didn't really know that.
Yeah.
But also one more thing with the Lightning before we head on out. You watched the Carolina Lightning game, right? Or no?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah. So they played the Lightning used two different teams basically. Like the whole roster was different for the Carolina game to the Nashville game. So some guys who played Nashville didn't play Carolina. Like anybody who played in Nashville didn't play Carolina.
Yeah. I looked at that roster and looking at the roster, I was like, oh yeah, because even when I was there at the game, I realized I was like, I've recognized one number, and it was Eric Chernak. He was the only one there and then all the other ones were like players I've never heard of.
Yeah, it's like pretty much the only person I believe, two people who were on the team last year, like the entire season, was playing in that game against Nashville.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, in the Carolina game, you had Cirelli, you had Hagel, and stuff like that, right? Well, anyway, back in the Carolina game, they had who Alex Barbelouet is, right? Like he's been around. He's like he never actually stuck around though.
Yeah.
So he had a goal in that game, and I was like, because like Killorn's gone, and all the whole depth fourth line's all gone. Like Colton's gone. Like, is this the year you think he actually sticks around, or you think they go somebody else? Maybe. I just want to talk about him for a minute because he looked decent for the most part on Carolina. So I was like, I wonder if he actually sticks around this time.
I don't know, because I feel like Carolina, even last year, man, like I kind of like thought they would play Lightning in like the East Final, but then they got knocked out. So I feel like they kind of lost their depth since then. So I don't know. I would like to see someone like Alex Boulias stay around maybe for the Hurricanes. I feel like that would be a good contender. And maybe at some point when Connor Bednar enters the, draft or the roster at some point.
No, he's on
agent.
Chicago. Bedard's the roster. On the Blackhawks, I mean. He got dropped. That was rigged. But we won't get into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything else we have?
Not for me.
No.
So we reached the point in the show where Ace gives his prediction for the weekend.
Oh yes, let's get into that.
So that's your prediction as well. So you'll hear from me on Saturday. But
well, we all know FAMU's winning by 24, so I'll give 31-7.
Okay. Mr. Sassor?
You have to give us coverage.
Now, before you say it, I'll say this. Mississippi Valley is only averaging 10.3 points a game. FAMU's held...
Total 10 points a game?
Well, they're
average.
Average.
FAMU's defense against FCS and D2 teams has only given up 10
and what's FAMU's, like...
Average.
Actually, I can find that for you right now. Jalen Neal, 6 feet, 180-pound running back / D from Buford. Oh, yes. That was the kid. Yeah, I remember him. Yeah.
Wait. He said quarterback. So I was like, there's a running back.
Yeah, but I do remember. I remember that one. So I think it was leading up to the Alabama State game that they got that commit, but they got this one this week. But yeah, no, we on the same page. I got you. So my bad. You waiting on me to talk about the stat. So
definitely. Sorry.
FAMU as a team is averaging 31 points per game.
31.
38-3.
Ooh.
I don't know. Yeah.
That was actually
that might hit though. That might hit.
38-3.
Yeah, that might hit.
Just because feel bad for the other team. Like 10 points a game. Like Jesus.
No, well, it's basically a pick six difference, like a single touchdown difference from turnover fumble thing. Going the other way. Instead of 10 points for Mississippi, you have 38 for FAMU.
Well, I'll say it like this: Mississippi Valley has a team that, yes, they do average 10 points. They average 10 points a game. They lost on a walk-off field goal to Central State. They only scored one touchdown against Delta State. They didn't even score a touchdown. They got 45 dropped on them, and Davius Richard didn't even play, who led North Carolina Central to their Celebration Bowl victory over Jackson State last year. So, yeah, Mississippi Valley hasn't really scored a touchdown, and their starter hasn't thrown a touchdown pass. But this is Valley's home opener this weekend. The requested color is wear red this weekend. So, should be a fun time. I'm telling you, he creating enemies in the SWAC. Slowly.
It's all good.
Then talk down on Valley. Look at you. Then talk down on You got.
If I'm gonna cover FAMU, come on now. I gotta have friendly shots thrown at other teams.
That's true. I was gonna say, because you've been taking shots at these Mississippi schools. You've been just, every time, just fully low. Jeez. But I like it. So we said 35-3, and we said
31-3 and 38-3. Or 31-7 for me and 38-3 for him.
Okay, cool. Nice.
All right, guys. Now for the NFL picks. Who we taking? Falcons or Jaguars in London?
Falcons or Jags? Oh, I'm taking Jaguars.
Jags.
Yeah, absolutely Jags.
Damn. 27-3 at halftime is Lions Packers. Holy crap. I didn't see that. I didn't think the Lions defensive line would kill the Packers O-line. Anyway, Bengals, Titans. Bengals, right?
Bengals, Titans.
Even with Burrow and his calf, I still think it's the Bengals.
Yeah.
All right, we already said Broncos, Bears picks, right? I have the Bears. You guys have ties. Bucks, Saints. I took the Bucks. Dalton took the Bucks. JPeeps took the Saints, right?
Yeah.
Commanders, Eagles. Eagles? Sweep?
Commanders, Eagles.
That's in Philadelphia.
Yeah, Eagles.
Dolphins, Bills. That one's going to be a fun game. That should have been primetime, not Kansas City, New York.
That should be like Monday Night Football right there. I'm surprised it's not. Is it not Monday Night Football?
1 o'clock Sunday.
Yeah, that should be like Monday Night Football.
All right, Dolphins, Bills. Who we taking?
Dolphins, Bills. Oh, man.
Dolphins, right?
It got to be Dolphins for me. It's got to be Dolphins for me just because, again, that 70-point, like, you have to go into this game, like, absolutely balls to the walls. Like, at least get maybe, like, try to go aim for a high and go for, like, 30 points. If you're a Dolphins.
Nah, if anything less than 50 is a disappointment.
Or just go again. Just break it and get 72 points.
What's the next one we got?
Rams, Colts.
Rams, Colts.
Give me the Colts. Anthony Richardson is playing this game. I'm taking the Colts.
Is it in Indianapolis?
Yes.
Yeah, give me the Colts.
Colts. Yeah.
Ravens, Browns.
Ravens.
But
it is in Cleveland. You know what? Give me the Ravens.
Man, I'm taking the Browns because the Ravens just lost to the Colts.
You have Nick Chubb out with a knee.
Yeah.
Still, what's his name?
Ravens got so many injuries.
I don't know.
You know what? Peer pressure.
We back. We're drunk. We're back in 2 weeks. I need it. It's not my fault. It's this dude here's fault. He wants to. He said we have to start 14 episode max.
Now when y'all best show is college football and NFL and both seasons to start. We'll be back in 2 weeks. I mean, look, if you want to do it, if he wants to do a show next week, he can do it.
I'll do it. Hey, drunk. I will do a show next Wednesday. If you want, we'll just call it the A special, and you can show up in the comment section. We'll just run crap. We'll just run it.
Yeah, I mean, look,
I'll just rant about the Saints if they lose, and we could just throw jokes out there about anybody out there.
You know, Mr. Sassor can join in too.
Oh, jokes! Now I can get behind that too.
We'll just. We could do it.
I'm here a lot more for the fun right now. So.
I'll keep it simple and do NFL and college football, like FBS football. I'll leave JPeeps with HBCU.
And then Chad will be here too and stuff.
You got me for MLB and for hockey, so
yeah, exactly. So he won't be alone. You won't be alone. So
we can run it. I can do something Wednesday. We could run it. But you have to promise you have to show up at 8 though, drunk. You can't be showing up at 9:45 in the comment section.
Look, he showed up after happy hour. He's good.
Happy hour finished at 9:30. He said.
Did he just say that?
A special. What's go? Rule 1: you can't mention the magic once. Damn, but media day is on Monday. That's a challenge. All right, deal. I can do it. I'll survive. We won't talk about NBA. We didn't even talk about Dame to Milwaukee. Oh my god, how did I forget about that?
Yeah,
I forgot about Dame to Milwaukee. It means like it's kind of anticlimactic how it all went down because
salty about that because he said they tampered.
The best part was a report came out by Chris Haynes saying that Dame rescinded his trade request if he couldn't go to Miami. Was going to rescind his trade request if he couldn't go to Miami.
Yeah, that's sure enough.
Look, I show up when I'm too drunk to drink. Well, can't argue that.
Does that man even have a liver?
I don't know.
Does he even have a liver?
I don't even know. I think it goes in and it stays and it doesn't get cleaned out. Permanent buzz.
Man, talk about the rest of the games. Jeez.
Steelers, Texans. I'm gonna take the Steelers, even though I
Yeah,
think
Steelers.
the Texans are gonna give them a
Yeah.
run for the money.
Steelers.
Vikings, Panthers. I said Panthers. You guys said Vikings, all right?
Yeah, I'm going with the Vikings for that one.
Yeah.
Raiders, Chargers. I'm taking Chargers. Battle of incompetent coaches.
Raiders, Chargers.
Chargers.
Ooh.
Chargers.
Cardinals,
Yeah.
49ers. 49ers, right?
49ers.
Oh, sorry, Dalton. You didn't give your pick for that. Raiders, Chargers. My bad.
Raiders, Chargers.
I'll wait.
Raiders, Chargers. Chargers.
Okay. 49ers, Cardinals, 49ers, all right?
49er Cardinals. 49ers for sure. Yeah. We're kind of on
We're
that
waiting
Brock-
for you, Mr. Peoples.
kind of
Oh.
on that Brock Purdy train right now.
I said Chargers.
No, 49ers, Cardinals.
I said 49ers.
Oh, okay. Patriots, Cowboys. That doesn't it?
Cowboys.
Oh,
Cowboys.
Like,
okay. Oh my God, Chandler Jones is. You
I
don't
love-
remember when AB had that foot fiasco thing with the Raiders in 21? I'm getting the same vibes.
Hey.
I saw that first sentence, but I'm not addressing that first sentence.
I am.
Whoever this guy is, he should come to Nashville, man. There's a lot of
He's in
partying
St.
here.
Louis.
There's
He's in
a
St.
lot
Louis.
of.
You can just hop over.
Dude, I used to live in St. Louis. My parents and I used to live there, and I'm in Nashville.
Dude,
I'm in
that's
Nashville. There's a lot. Come to Broadway. There's seriously a lot to do there.
oh my
You
god.
guys should come too. You guys should come too.
I
guys
actually
would like Broadway.
I wouldn't mind going one time, honestly. That's crazy, man.
We'll go check out Nashville one day. All right. Patriots, Cowboys.
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 Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
Chiefs, Jets. Chiefs by 40.
Chiefs, Jets, Chiefs.
Yeah, Sunday night. See, this is why I'm like I said, they just made the cut. The flex schedule doesn't kick in until week 5.
Actually, probably Chiefs by 30. Chiefs are too nice. Chiefs won't run up the score that much.
Yeah, I know Miami still would. Wait till the Jets play Miami.
No worry, all the Swifties are going to be at that game.
Look, Drunk's gonna watch this and he's gonna see the Mike McDaniel photo and he's gonna see Ace with his glasses on. And I just know Drunk's
Yeah, I'm not addressing that comment. I don't know if y'all saw that, but I'm not even gonna discuss it. Seahawks, Giants.
We'll talk about it next week. It's okay.
No, you ain't see the
You know he gonna go back and watch this episode.
not drunk.
Oh, okay. No. Okay.
Anyways, Seahawks, Giants, Seahawks, right?
Yeah, Seahawks.
Okay, yeah, no. Give
Seahawks
me a
game.
second.
Did it? I'm waiting.
I got rid of it.
Why you get rid of it? What was it? Question.
I should have took a picture before I did it, but
Either way, he's actually terrible. It's like Josh Rosen's corpse. Jeez.
like I said, yeah, Zach Wilson. Nah, don't trust BYU quarterbacks.
Steve Young, no. All right, you know what? No, it's a different time. It's not the 90s or the 80s.
Different era, man. Different era. Come on now.
You're right. Keep going. Or was that it?
That is it. Seahawks, Giants is the last game.
Okay, so that's Monday Night Football. Okay.
Yeah.
That's actually crazy. I'm weak, though. This dude, the last
Zach Wilson. The way it's a terrible.
Or
Josh
you spell Zach Z-A-K, because I've seen Zach spelled Z-A-K.
Oh my God, yeah, that's true too.
I am weak. This is just
Actually,
I
there's
thought-
a Zach where it's like ZACKERY or ARY. It's like there's two different ARY kind of thing. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah,
Oh,
I've
there's
seen
so many
it
different
too.
spellings for the same word. It's the same name actually. Anyway, anything else? Duke, Notre Dame, Durham. Really, nobody really cares.
I mean,
Drunk, anything you want to throw out there beforehand? We're not mentioning Pervert Mike's comments.
who?
Yeah, That's some seriously wild stuff. I should have took a picture before I banned it.
Sir, what?
In the comment section, I told you it wasn't Drunk saying some wild stuff. It was some other reason. I don't know if Drunk saw it.
Oh.
Anyways, yeah.
Okay, here we
Cool.
go. Seahawks and Giants is low-key game of the week. Give me the Giants. Stable has to get this team on track. Yeah, he does. He really does. I agree. He needs to get him on track quick. And Saquon needs to get healthy quick if he's looking for big-time money.
Yeah.
Saquon's going to play through that ankle injury, and it's going to blow up in his face and the Giants' face. Giants making him play in this game because it's a must-win, and he has that high ankle sprain. Yeah, it's going to not end well for him.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Definitely agree.
All right, cool.
Awesome.
That's going to do it for Season 6, Episode 14. Oh, wait. Just want to say Colorado getting the head bash Saturday, and I'll be watching for sure.
I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
Yep.
That's facts. I'm telling you, USC by 40.
40's being generous.
I'm gonna be generous and say by 40 because it's in Boulder. If it was in LA, it'd probably be by 50.
Okay, fine, but I'd say 50.
So mean.
Actually, I'll give it the final score of 60-10.
All right, folks.
How about just blanket, just 70-0, like Miami's and Dolphins. Sorry,
That was 70-20. Actually, that's a 50-point blowout. 70-20, that's final score. All right, cool.
that's right. Yeah.
Just so mean. All right, folks. That's gonna do it for us this evening. Make sure you join us next week for the Ace special because
Who knows? Maybe Dalton and Chad shows up. I don't know yet. We'll figure it out.
we have a triple threat again next week. So I said you might have a triple threat again next week with Ace, Chad, and Dalton. It'll be just as fun.
ACD.
Yeah, really. Oh my gosh. Yeah. AC.
All we need is another
Oh, yeah.
C, and we could have ACDC.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, we don't know another C. Yeah, we don't know another C.
Now we don't know another C.
No, we don't. So
Well,
ACD.
that being said, be a friend, tell a friend. This was a fun season. We started with our Rupin jackpot.
Yes, we did. That was back in late July.
Yeah, that's when we started the season, and we ended the season with Dalton. Who knows? Maybe I have a guest coming to start the season next.
Who knows?
Well, I don't know if
Maybe
it'll
I'll be back for more.
Well, you probably more likely be back next week.
Yeah.
If they
Well,
do-
I mean, I want to come back for more, even in the future.
Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
So again, I know these two also are trying to work on a hockey podcast for everybody out there.
Yeah.
You might as well
Yeah.
just go ahead and just text each other or DM each other and just structure that out.
What day would we do that? By the way, we have to do it on. We'll probably do it Wednesday if we have to eat special. We'll be back Wednesday, right? Dawn, you can do Wednesday or Thursday better.
Yeah, I mean, I can do evenings. The only problem is, again, I'm an hour behind you guys, so. just have to-
So Wednesday 7:30 for you.
yeah, shouldn't be a problem.
All right,
So-
cool. The special with featuring Dalton will be Wednesday 8:30 for me, 7:30 for him.
All right, so yeah, there you go. Perfect. So Drunk, there will be a show next week, and you can come check it out.
Just because Drunk asked so nicely.
Exactly. We're gonna take care of it. We're gonna take good care of it. And even you know what, you might have Chad here.
You never know. Chad's a enigma. He wants to do this power ranking. We have to get him on first before we could do power rankings.
No, well, man, power rankings will start they'll start next week.
Yeah, it'll start Monday.
Yeah.
It'll start Monday. Oh, Tuesday for the NFL, Monday for college football.
Yeah. So it's all good. But yeah. Thank you so much, folks. for joining
2-hour finale. We did good.
Yeah, we did. Thank you so much, folks,
It was
for joining
fun.
us this evening. Make sure you join us Saturday at FAMU and Mississippi Valley pregame breakdown as well, too. There will be a postgame reaction. It'll be late night, so we'll be working the graveyard shift, talking about it when it's over. It'll be probably over about 10, 11 o'clock p.m. Eastern time.
That is not that late.
10, 11 o'clock?
Bruh, if you were covering Colorado, That Colorado State game that finished 2 a.m.
Look,
Imagine having to do a post game breakdown kind of thing.
So
look, I like Colorado. I don't like Colorado that much.
I'd be ending my time at like 9-10 p.m., which is fine.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely, tune in, check it out. Everybody's welcome to it. Mr. Sassor, you are welcome to come join in and watch it as well. Ace is always, usually roaming in the comment section as well too.
Trolling, but yeah.
Yes. So
but I do say some good things in it. Sometimes it's trolling, sometimes it's good. Depends on what mood I'm in on the Saturdays.
But yes. Maybe right after my crab boil. So awesome. But yes, folks, definitely, stay safe, stay blessed. These guys will see you next week. I'll see you Saturday. Good night.